average investment in a missionary transitioning to the field is...
It can take an average of this many years for missionaries to make inroads into a culture.
This many missionaries leave the field each year.
Issues with raising children on the mission field is one of the primary reasons missionaries leave.
How do we keep missionaries on the field?
While we are not a school, SHARE was created to provide educational services for families living overseas. There are 4 pillars that SHARE uses to support families. The first pillar is educational assistance, such as schooling options and curriculum, determining learning issues, assessing developmental and academic milestones, and so much more. Let's talk with some of our families about their SHARE experiences. In what ways has SHARE assisted you or your family in their educational needs?
Wow, SHARE has really been an asset to us in making decisions about education because they have so many options, and each kid is different. We have 4 kids and each child is different and each has different needs. And being at SHARE, we've gotten to see the whole realm of education and what it looks like for TCKs and the options that are there to help, which gave us hope for each kid, which is great.
So SHARE has assisted our family in education with providing us a solid framework for making decisions and helping us consider important options for our family.
They really gave us the confidence to walk out the specific path of education for our family and God's calling for our kids to be educated through national school.
The second pillar is supporting transitions. Transitions happen constantly in the life of a missionary family. Often intentional, it can be between passport and host cultures, within a culture, when in crisis, or when rest is needed. How has SHARE helped support your family with transitions?
One of the biggest things that SHARE has given me has been the people it's put in my life, both people on the staff helping me move through transitions, but also just the individual teenagers themselves. There have been people who have stuck with me all throughout the year through different transitions and hard times, having calls and texts and everything else.
So as our kids have gotten older, they have all gone back to the United States, and so they've helped us with that transition as we've gone from high school into college and university, and just the change of the family dynamics by just being there and giving us support and tools to use.
SHARE has really helped my family in a medical crisis transition by building the foundational truth that we can sit in the hard places and then move on from there.
Just being with other SHARE families and seeing that we weren't alone, that they too were going through transitions and the Lord was helping them, and that we could see the Lord see us through as well.
That fellowship aspect, I think, is so key in the SHARE conferences, because you get to rub shoulders with other parents who are going through similar things that you're going through, and realizing, hey, we're not alone in this.
We decided to put them into national schools when we first went there, and I had lots of questions, but then when they had obtained the language, we wanted to transition to homeschool because they didn't read or write in English very well, and SHARE really helped me make that process smooth.
The third pillar is cultivate belonging. Missionary kids have a different identity and worldview than your typical culture. It is our goal to help them feel like they belong in any culture. How has SHARE cultivated belonging in your family?
My children have 2 passport countries. I'm American and my husband is not, and we serve in a separate culture. So we have our family culture, we have the culture we serve in, and then the culture I'm also from. Through SHARE, we've learned to embrace those traditions and to move forward with confidence and assurance that it's okay for us to be not like everyone else.
SHARE has cultivated belonging in our family by providing a way for us to meet with other people that are just like us. I feel like when we come to SHARE, we're with people who are, they're our people. They get us, we get them.
Even from the younger ages in the elementary programs, our kids who are always so nervous to go just fit in and blended in so easily, but then even as teenagers.
Yeah, they really got into the teen program and really enjoyed that time, and it was very fulfilling to be with other kids that are the same.
It is a huge piece of our family culture. We talk about SHARE all the time. The kids look forward to it. It's a highlight of our year. I think if we asked, would you rather Christmas or SHARE, they'd pick SHARE.
Sometimes it's hard to feel like you belong in your host country or the country that your parents came from, and so being able to come here and meet all these other kids who are my age who were able to relate to me was really impactful in my life.
The final pillar is family encouragement. We listen, pray, and counsel with families as they tell their story and share their hearts. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We are their family. How has Share encouraged your family?
Share has encouraged our family in countless ways. Our kids literally wait all year for this conference, and they light up in ways when they're here that they don't. Sorry, they don't at other times. It's impact our family hugely.
If it weren't for Share, we wouldn't still be able to serve how we are serving now. We've come here sometimes so desperate and so hungry for encouragement, and we have received that here.
But not only was it super helpful as a kid, but even now coming back to Share, my parents benefit from it just as much as I, connecting with the parents of the other children and just being really encouraged this week.